Okay. Let's see if this works out this time. I changed everything. I changed all my settings. We'll see if this can work out. Hopefully it does. Greetings, everybody! Greetings! This is another little test stream of this new concept. Animated chat streams where you can ask questions and just chat with me. But, yeah, this is a test. Hopefully it all works. Hopefully the lip sync is a bit more consistent. And it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it is okay. But I changed the whole setup, so if you watch this in the morning, it's gonna... You know, people can let loose, Laura, Valentina. You know, they don't have to be on their best behavior, as long as they're not calling me an asshole. I hope they don't call me an asshole. I'd appreciate not being called an asshole, honestly. What's my favorite drink other than Orphan Tears? Fresca! But a lot of people don't know this, but Fresca does have quite a few Orphan Tears in it. I look different? I don't know what you mean, Heyman 8. Okay, let's see. I'm high as hell. Shout out to the plug, and shout out to Dr. Wolfula from Michigan. Shout out to the plug? Okay, well, it's good to know that you're high as hell. It's good to know. I didn't need to know that. I want to know. I don't want to feel like I'm Adult Swim and people only watch me when they're high. That's not what I want to feel like. I want to feel like people are super sophisticated watching my videos. This is a great idea, Dr. Wolfula. Well, thank you, Lights Above. I had it in a moment of divine inspiration. This is just an awesome idea. It just needs to work right. Hopefully I worked it out. I think so. I have my whole setup set up in a way that's a bit more friendly to this system. Okay, let's see. What's my favorite horror movie? You guys need a better class of question. That's such an obvious question that I've answered so many times. I've answered it so many times. Elon Musk watches Wolfula. I wish. I'd like a fucking grant. If he's watching and he's not part of the Patreon, well, fuck him. That's all I'm gonna say. No, hey, please. Just please support the Patreon, Mr. Musk. I'll do anything. I'll suck your dick. Okay, not really. That's a joke. Okay. Do I know Andy from Stitch Together Pics? I'm familiar with him. I've never really... I kind of browsed his channel a little bit, but never really spoken to him. But a dude... Because I guess he, like, stopped doing YouTube for at least a bit, for more than a year. He might come back, I don't know, but... Yeah, a dude who was a super big fan of his, like, pretty much was stalking all the horror YouTube channels and was just, like, asking everybody, like, when is he coming back? Do you know how to contact him and shit? Like, I've never spoken to him. I don't know. I'm not the authority on that. I don't know. Take off the mask? Well, I hate to inform you, but this is no mask. I'm not a Scooby-Doo villain. I mean, I have been a Scooby-Doo villain, but I'll wear a mask over my face and be like a ghost pirate. I have a question, a joke one, obviously. You have claws, right? Yeah, I've got claws. Maybe, anyways. Well, I got more like filed nails, I guess. Okay, well, maybe anyways, whenever you play video games, is it hard to use a controller? Yes, it's really frustrating. Because I just crushed the controller with my vice-like grip. It's fucking frustrating. Hellfest review? Perhaps. Actually, that's something I plan to do, but right now, the next video is going to be Suspiria. So, that's what I'm going to be working on. It hasn't been too laggy, and lip sync's been okay, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be fucking perfect. This is like an AI system doing the lip sync. It just needs to be, as long as I'm not like, as long as the lips are only moving when I'm talking, like, that's all I need to know. Dying streamer, Chris Benoit said, what are you talking about? Dying streamer? Okay. Are you saying my channel's dying? You better not be. Cause, I've got lots of projects going. Ah. You have a brother? Yeah, I got a brother. No, I haven't seen him in a long time. Wolfula is just, he doesn't really take my calls that often. He's really successful. He's an actual doctor, Mother says. Fuck him. I'm a doctor. I got a doctorate and everything. I mean, it's not a medical doctorate necessarily, but I practice medicine. My own kind of medicine. Let's see. Don't take the mask off. Keep it on. I love it. This isn't a mask. What are you guys fucking talking about? This isn't even a mask. Like, I'm moving my mouth and stuff. I mean, I guess some Scooby-Doo villains can make, like, really sophisticated masks that look like human skin. And, like, it's basically just another face, like, just really convincing, and they can articulate their face and shit, but that's not the case in this situation. Okay, I have a doctorate in kicking ass and taking names. That's right, Weary Cannibal. That's right. You got it right, kid. Alrighty, let's see. Take off the mask? Well, fuck you. I can't take it off. It'd just be fucking bone and sinew underneath. It would be very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Remember that hate mail video years ago and your hilarious comment on that? Good times. Yeah, well, I don't even remember it all that well, but people always bring it up. That happened like 7 years ago. That was the first time I ever got really hate mail. I don't really even get hate mail. That was the only time I really got hate mail. But then again, YouTube doesn't really have a message system anymore, so I can't really get hate mail. And I guess trolls don't know how to use email, I guess, so, I don't really get hate mail anymore. Don't really get hate mail. Alrighty, let's see. What else are people saying? I want a horror crossover with Freddy, Jason, Mike, Leatherface, and Chucky. I mean, that'd be kind of neat. I mean, it would be worth it to have, like, a big, like, horror movie extravaganza. I don't really want a horror, cinematic universe or anything like that. Don't really want it. The closest thing we got is Freddy and Jason. That's fine enough. I don't need to know. I mean, it's kind of a neat idea. I mean, Behind the Masks sort of had that idea where all the horror characters live in the same world. And that'd be pretty cool to see happen in one movie, but I don't want a bunch of fucking movies that are like setting up some kind of horror Avengers sort of situation. Definitely don't want that. I'm also trying to think of what I'm going to title these chat streams. I think maybe I'm going to call it An Evening with Dr. Wolfula, perhaps. Or I'll call it Dr. Wolfula After Dark. Or Doc After Dark. I guess you guys can decide. I think An Evening with Dr. Wolfula is kind of classy, though. Let's see. What are people saying in the chat? Doc, will I review Goosebumps 2? I've been meaning to. I really would like to. It'd be kind of fun. It's a lighter movie, especially compared to Terrifier last week. That movie was a little intense, so it'd be nice to review some... It's nice to review some lighter stuff every now and then, like Scooby-Doo and stuff. Like, stuff that's not so dark and scary and shit. Sometimes it's just nice to just lighten up, I guess. An Evening with the Doc. Yeah, maybe. That's kind of okay. How about calling it The Doctor Is In? Well, okay, these are getting into, like, a little bit more generic titles. Let's leave Wolfula somewhere in there, I guess. I don't know. So how's the lip sync been? Just let me know in the chat while you guys are questioning, but I think the lip sync's been pretty good, based on what I've been looking at. I have been blinking right, because I'm blinking right now, but I'm making a concerted effort to blink. Like, I'm very afraid that the blinking isn't happening consistently. Hopefully it is. Because now I'm blinking too much, but that's because I'm making it happen. I'm just hoping it's like, just casual blinking. Okay, well, yeah, I lowered my streaming settings this morning after the first test stream, so I think I'm not going to be lagging like last time. I think it's going to be a bit more consistent. Now, okay, one thing I do want to ask, I'm kind of curious about the, like, built-in chat that I have right next to me, like, right over there. What I want to know is, can you guys, like, if you go to full screen, can you actually read those comments? Like, are they legible? That's another thing I'm curious about. Just let me know. But, yeah, okay, I'll go back to reading the chat. Alrighty. Let's see. Hey, it's like midnight for me, so... Well, yeah, it's midnight for me, too. No, it's 1 a.m. Ah, you must be in, like, Louisiana or something. Maybe. Dr. Wolfula's late night lair. Maybe I could maybe call it a night at the Wolfula lair? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing these late at night. I don't know why I did it this morning. It's probably not a great time to stream, because YouTube probably has to deal with a ton of streamers, like, just starting the day. I don't know if a lot of people are streaming at night, but this is when I'm best. Best for streaming, that's for sure. Alrighty, let's see. Any comments? Am I an East Coaster? Yep. Yep, indeed. Though canonically, I'd like to say that I'm maybe West Coast, maybe. But, in reality, yeah, East Coast. Shaggy for Mortal Kombat 11. I agree. I agree with that statement. I really want... Shaggy would be definitely my main. Like... I don't give a fuck about Michael Myers being in it, like he might be, but if Shaggy was in it, I'd be fucking stoked, man. I'd be fucking stoked, buddy. Oh, boy. I'd love it if Shaggy was in there. That's for sure. Alrighty, let's see. The Prodigy review? I've never heard of The Prodigy. I know about the band Prodigy. Firestarter! That's a great song. I think they also did Smack My Bitch Up. Let's see, what else? Shaggy's gonna kill Thanos, confirmed. I don't even think Thanos is on Shaggy's radar, honestly. Like, I think Thanos would, like, come up to him, and Shaggy would just be completely oblivious to him, like he's just on a higher plane of existence, honestly. That's just my opinion, though. Will I review Bird Box? You know, I've heard about it. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's like the biggest Netflix movie ever. So, maybe I should. But maybe, yeah, there was a lot of horror movies that came out in 2018 that I'm trying to catch up on. Right now it's Suspiria. But I think maybe after that it'll be like, let me think. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, Hellfest. I'm getting notifications. Let's see what people are saying. It's just the Discord. It's just the Discord. Ultra is Instinct Shaggy. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. Will I review Shazam when it comes out? Yeah, I'm kind of not doing non-horror stuff all that much. You know, I'm not really doing... Early on, I did, like, superhero movies and stuff here and there. But... I kind of want to focus more on horror and, I guess, cult films and stuff like that going forward, and not so much superhero stuff like that, because I don't want to really dilute what my channel is, like, where it's, like, mostly a horror channel, but then he'll review, like, fucking Suicide Squad or something, like, I don't know about that. Kind of want to just keep it focused. Let's see... What else are people saying? Oh, thank you for that little donation, Skylar. How come you're still here? Thanks. Oh, wait. How come I'm still here? Thanos snapped his fingers. Well, I'm not part of the Marvel Universe. I don't have to deal with that. Shaggy's part of every universe, though. But, I mean, if Thanos snapped his fingers, yeah, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. That's for sure. I'm surprised Thanos wasn't more specific. Like, he didn't, like, specify who got disappeared at all. Like, he didn't specify at all. Like, he was just like, half of everybody's gone now. He didn't, like, specify. How about I make everybody disappear that's, like, a giant dickhead? Like, he didn't specify. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the villains are still around. Like, come on. Come on, man. Alrighty. Spawn for Mortal Kombat 11? I don't care that much. He was in Soul Calibur. I think Soul Calibur 2. I think if you got the Xbox version. So he got a fighting game at some point. That's enough. I mean, it was a fighting game that came out like 16 years ago, I think. But still, you know, that's enough for him. That's enough. And thank you for the donations, the Steeler N9NE85. Dr. Wolfula for an MK11, that's more like it. Start that petition, I'd sign it. Thanos made Stan Lee disappear. Okay, I honestly hate those fucking memes, because it's like, I see so many memes of, like, Stan Lee, like, after he died, like, of Stan Lee, like, becoming dust, like, Thanos snapped him out of existence. Like, that's not cute, or like, like, he'll be, like, smiling and being snapped out of existence. Like, don't do that. That's not cute. Like, that's not a cute little tribute. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it'll be played straight. Like, it won't be like, hey, hey, look, we're trolling Stan Lee fans. No, it'll just be played straight. Like, yes, he gets disappeared from existence by Thanos. Like, no, don't do that shit. And thank you for the donation, Dylan. The Night Owl. With a K. In night. Will I do a review of Friday the 13th Part 7? I will in time. I'm trying to pay closer attention to, like, dates of things, so I'll pay attention to when the next Friday the 13th date comes along, and I'll post it then. But I don't want to just arbitrarily post a Friday the 13th review. Not so much. Not so much. Ideally I would post it on one time. I think I posted a Friday the 13th review on Friday the 13th by accident. So there was that. There was that. Have I seen Glass? Not yet. I haven't even seen Split. Need to see that before I see Glass for sure. But but also thank you, Steeler, again. Super Bowl 53, Patriots versus Rams. Who you got? I don't really follow football all that much, but I guess Steelers sounds cooler. Like, they sound like they might be robots. Is Goulash's room, and thank you, Ulcerna, is Goulash's room the basement or the attic? It's definitely the basement. It's the sub-basement. Like, he has, like, an even shittier basement that he lives in. You'll see it soon enough when the Gulags come back, don't worry. It's been renovated. It's a lot shittier now. It looks a lot like a meth lab. You'll see. It'll come back eventually. Thoughts on Happy Death Day to You? Well, it's not out yet, but I don't think I'd want to see it. It just feels like it would just get way too fucking repetitive. Like, just, I'm dying inside, like, looking at the trailers. Like, it's just like, I would just, like, just fucking just want to die. Like, I don't want to be trapped in that loop again. The first time was enough. First time was fucking enough. Like, oh boy, I don't know what they were thinking with that concept where it's like the same thing again, but now other people are getting killed. Like, oh god, oh Jesus, no, siree. Ash vs. Evil Dead review? I don't really cover TV that much, and I'd like to, but it's kind of a different class of review, and I don't know quite how to do that justice, but maybe. There's a lot more interesting horror shows now. People are getting back into horror, and a lot of it is kind of migrating to television, so it'd be interesting to, cover that side of horror. Probably in Gulags, though. That should honestly be one of the main things. Really need to bring back the Gulags. To cover, like, side stuff like that, for sure. Zombie Island review? Well, gonna have to bring back Do Talk to Me soon and get into that, for sure. That'll be something that gets reviewed. How's goulash? Is this even how you spell it? No, that's not how you spell it. That's more like the actual way you spell the dish goulash, but goulash is spelled G-H, and then, yeah, it's pretty much a ghoul pun. And I know how to spell goulash. I swear I know how to spell goulash. Just take my word for it. G-H, O-U-L-A-S-H. I think I did it. Yay. Alrighty. What are people saying now? What do you think of Godzilla, King of the Monsters? I think that's it. Kind of caught my eye. I didn't really like. I mean, I like Kong enough, but I didn't really like Godzilla, the first one. But you know, they got the director of Trick or Treat doing it, so that sounds pretty interesting. Though, unfortunately, it means no Trick or Treat 2 for who knows how long. That's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Probably never a Trick or Treat 2. Unless the director of Trick or Treat is just a producer / writer and somebody else directs, because I don't know if he'd want to direct, like, a small horror movie after making a giant, big-budget fucking Godzilla movie. I don't know. Don't know. You were fortunate to watch Godzilla vs. King Kong. I mean, that's not that crazy. I mean, it's been out for, like, 60 years. So, that's not that crazy. By the way, I made an entire playlist of all your vids, because I love your vids. Well, thank you. I mean, I have playlists of all my vids, too, so I guess maybe your playlist is more geared towards you, I guess. If you ever start a shitty horror movie section, start with Amity Exorcism. Let me see. What? I missed that. Worst movie ever made. If I ever start a shitty horror movie section, are you talking about like a horror movie section at a video store? Because I'm not planning on getting the video store business anytime soon. Like, Blockbuster saw to that. They really got a handle on the video store business with that one store they have. Like, I don't want to compete with that. No fucking way. No fucking way. Worst horror franchise? Oh, let me think. I mean, I never saw The Purge, so I can't really call it the worst horror movie franchise. I've never seen any of those fucking Purge movies, I'll tell you that much. Maybe Paranormal Activity. That's pretty shitty. Pretty damn shitty. Yeah, maybe I'll go with Paranormal Activity. Or maybe those fucking movies with, like, the Annabelle, like, series. Like, maybe those. Maybe those. Then again, I haven't seen those either. I just assume they're really shitty. I just assume. Probably not fair, though. Probably not fair. Am I interested in Blumhouse's Universal Monsters reboot? Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That sounds like it would be pretty damn interesting. Like, I really would like to see them go back to the roots. Like make it scary, but, like, make it true to the original, like, versions of the characters. Like, at least the original Universal versions of the characters. Like, I want to see Frankenstein monster on this bed that goes up and, like, lightning strikes it and shit like that. But modernize it, make it much more gruesome and scary and shit. But, like, you know, that's what I'd like to see. I know they're doing Invisible Man first, I think. So it should be interesting. Should be damn interesting. New Mutants shouldn't have been a horror movie. Well, yeah, maybe I agree. I don't know. It's been shelved for a long time. I don't know if we'll ever see it because of, like, I guess the Disney deal. The Disney deal with Fox. Like, I don't think Fox wants to release this horror X-Men movie when they're trying to get Disney to buy Fox pretty much for the X-Men. Like there's a lot of cleanup work Disney would have to fucking do, like, to, like, adapt this shit for their Marvel Universe. And I'm kind of really getting sick of the Marvel Universe, the Disney Marvel Universe at this point, because it's just so, like, watching the trailer for the new Spider-Man Far From Home, it just looks so lame to me, because it's just like, Spider-Man doesn't really have any struggles in his life. And that's part of the fun of Spider-Man. Part of the fun is him, like, getting shit on by J. Jonah Jameson, like, losing his job as a pizza guy, like, all this cool shit that Sam Raimi did right, that the new movies don't really do because there's no real struggles. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. can take care of you, like, you don't have to worry about money that much. It's just fucked up. Like, I don't really like it. Like, there's barely, there's no, I miss Secret Identities. Like, I don't like how they completely got rid of Secret Identities and shit. That sucks. Like, only Spider-Man has a secret identity, I think. I miss that. I miss that aspect of superheroes, honestly. Like, how do you, how do you live a life if everybody knows you're like, wouldn't you be in, like, the tabloids all the time? Like, Steve Rogers, Captain America, went to Starbucks and shit. Like, they never explore that shit. Like, it's, I don't know, it's just, I feel like they lazily did it, but anyway. Alrighty. Doctor, explain yourself. What is a Wolfulite? Well, I guess I'm like a extraterrestrial life form from another plane of existence that, you know, kind of laying low on Earth, I guess. So, yeah, that's all you really need to know for now. Kind of laying low, kind of settled down, found the Wolfula, really like it. Really, really love the Wolfula. Really love Meredith, too. That's for sure. Can you prescribe drugs? I mean, I can, not legally. Not legally. I can forge a prescription for you pretty damn easily. That's where I get a lot of my dough. Should the Weinsteins sell the Hellraiser rights? Yeah, I think so at this point. I just give them to Blumhouse. Just somebody needs to make more Hellraiser movies, and it's not going to be any of the Weinstein studios at this point. That's for sure. Not anytime soon, especially with all the you know, bad shit that was going on. They're not going to be making Hellraiser anytime soon. Just sell off all the rights to their franchises and make shit happen, like, with them. Seriously, come on. I'm waiting. Stan Helsing review? I remember that movie. I'm pretty sure it's really shitty. I mean, it's a comedy. I don't really cover horror comedies that much. I'd like to cover more shitty horror comedies, though, like the parody movies that were made, like the Scary Movie movies. Like, but it's hard to make fun of bad comedy, though. It's kind of hard, because all you can really say is, like, that joke was stupid. Like, that was a stupid joke. Like, you can't really make fun of it in the same way as other shit. Like, all you can really say is, it's a really dumb, lazy joke. Like, you can't really, that's not really all that funny. You can't really do that all that well, you know? Like the movie, yeah, I think the other movie was Screech, not Screech. Shriek, if you know what I did last Friday the 13th. Yeah, I think that's the name of the movie. Yeah, I'd like to cover that movie, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to really approach bad comedy. It's really difficult to really approach that, honestly. I don't know. Maybe. Want Blumhouse or Clive Barker to, what did that say? Want Blumhouse or Clive Barker have the right? I mean, ideally, Clive Barker would have the rights, but I don't know. Yeah, that'd be ideal, but honestly, the situation would be like, Clive Barker, the ideal situation would be Clive Barker owns the rights to Hellraiser, but he makes it at Blumhouse or something. Like, you know, that's probably the ideal situation. That's probably the most likely situation, because I know, Todd McFarlane is directing/writing a Spawn movie at Blumhouse. They seem to give you a lot of control over shit, so that's kind of nice. Is that my real voice? Of course it is. Though, my voice is a little hoarse right now, that's for sure. But of course this is my real voice. This is totally real. Everything you see on the channel is real. And it might seem like my face might appear to be rubbery in most of my videos, and I might not be able to move my lips all that well in most of the videos, but it's all real. It's all real, all of it. Okay, let's see. The Homicidal Homemaker. Oh, hey, hello. Wanted to say thank you for featuring my channel on your featured channel section. Really appreciated that. Yeah, no problem. I really appreciate all the fun little recipes. I mean, I'm no cook, so I can't really say that I approached any of them, but all very imaginative horror recipes. So check out Homicidal Homemaker for sure. It's in my featured channel section. Or I guess you could go through the chat and click on her channel, I guess. You could do that too. Goulash is Norwegian, yes. And that's part of the reason why I hate Norwegians, that's for sure. I hate Norwegians. Fucking Norwegians. Have you thought about reviewing horror shows like The Strain or even better, Z Nation? I mentioned I'd like to cover more horror shows. I think that would be the Gulag's sort of thing, though. That's for sure. It'd be fun. Cover more material. That was the whole point of the Gulag, but kind of stopped for a bit. But all the stuff is set up, but we need to get through it a little bit more. Let's focus on me for a little bit more, and then we'll bring back the Gulag. And also the sort of podcast. Like, we have a whole new special situation planned for the sort of podcast. It'll probably be a different name, too, but that's got to come back, too. But it's going to be a lot different, a lot cooler. Like, the past couple of months have just been like, let's make shit cooler now. Let's make it a lot cooler. Like this shit. This is pretty cool, right? This is a cool new thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. They have an evil Superman movie? I mean, I think you're talking about Superman 4. Oh, wait. No, yeah, Superman 4 was the one with the evil Superman. Yeah, they have an evil Superman movie. I don't know if somebody mentioned that in the chat or anything, but I saw that comment. And Darcy says, Happy Groundhog's Day. Well, I think that, didn't it pass? Or I guess, yeah, I think Groundhog Day already passed, at least on my side of the coast, but Happy Groundhog's Day. Kind of missed it. There aren't really any horror Groundhog's Day movies besides, I guess, Happy Death Day. But, Doctor, is the Texas Chainsaw franchise ruined? It's not in good shape right now. It might not, be back anytime soon. That's for sure. It's gonna be a while, because I haven't heard, because it took forever for Leatherface to come out. It took fucking years. It took, they shot it, and then they just shelved it for, I think a year. So, it's gonna be a while before we see another one of those movies. They're gonna have to think of a new approach, that's for sure, if they want to keep that franchise going. Is Meredith ever gonna appear? She's appeared plenty of times. You just can't really process her appearance, because you have a puny human brain, and I have a far superior brain that can comprehend all kinds of higher beings. Honestly, this isn't even my true form. This is just a projection. Like, if you saw what I really look like, your heads would, just melt. Or something cool like that. And I don't want that to happen, because I want people to watch my videos and not die. I need the viewers! I started doing that early on, but I didn't get any subscribers doing that shit. Thoughts on the Dream Master? Oh, yes, I think you're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 4? It was okay. It wasn't one of the best sequels, but I don't know, it was kind of lame because they killed off all the Dream Warriors, in the first few minutes, and then set up a new cast that was not nearly as cool. So that was a bit of an issue, but it wasn't one of the worst sequels. It was okay. It just wasn't the best approach to the series. I don't know why they decided to do that. They needed, honestly, it would have been great, because they had a good thing going with Dream Warriors. It would have been great if they had, a consistent vision across all the sequels, especially with Friday the 13th and stuff, because they'd always have, somebody new come along, and then just not build on what was built with the last movie. I think if we brought back these franchises, they definitely switched that approach, and we'd possibly have a more consistent vision that would be a bit more interesting. Let's not forget about Tommy Jarvis. He's still out there. Come on. Let's not, just ignore characters and shit in our franchise. Let's have, let's build some shit up, and not tear shit down or ignore shit from last movies. Come on. Freddy's Dead it's kind of funny, I guess. It's not the best movie, Max Dead Bear, but maybe it's the worst sequel. Maybe. Maybe. I didn't really appreciate the over-the-top humor that they decided to go for. So she's a Lovecraft monster and you're a Shaggy clone? I wasn't implying that about Meredith and I. Who said that? I can't even see your comment anymore, but I wasn't implying that at all. How dare you, sir? I mean, I guess she's Lovecraft adjacent, that's for sure. Adjacent, but you're not a Lovecraft monster. If an MCU film... Oh, okay. Thoughts on It Chapter 2? I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it, because, I enjoyed the first movie quite a bit. I didn't really like how Pennywise looked, and some of the CGI kind of got a little over the top, but, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the adult cast. Man, my voice cracked right there. Just cracked. That's not good. I would drink some Fresca right now, but I don't know if it would fuck up my vibe right now. I don't want to do that. That's for sure. Any plans on seeing Jordan Peele's Us? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't often see horror in theaters, and I probably should. I probably should support it more. So I might check it out in theaters. Would you want to see a Stephen King cinematic universe? I would actually love to see that. I'd love to see The Dark Tower done justice. I'd love to see, because apparently they're making a CBS All Access show for The Stand, which is pretty disappointing. But I'd like to see, his Dark Tower universe. Like, I'd like to see all the connections, like, and shit in the movies that they don't really do at all. Like, anytime there's like a Dark Tower reference in the thing that's a Stephen King adaptation, they always just ignore it. They pretend it's not there. Like, they're just like, no, let's not include that aspect of it, which is probably for the best, but still. Because that one movie, Hearts in Atlantis, that came out, it was supposed to be, it was supposed to be really heavily connected to the Dark Tower series, and they just cut out all the references and shit. So, yeah, and they made it a bit more generic, but, oh well. A new Maximum Overdrive remake? Well, I don't know if they really need to remake that. I feel like it's as good as it's going to be. Like, it's based on Stephen King's short Trucks, and I feel like we don't need another another adaptation of Trucks. I don't think, because it's basically cars, but they kill people. Cars is scary enough. Like, we don't need more Cars movies, but they kill people. Like, that's too extreme. Like, I hated Cars 2 because they had Bruce Campbell in it, and they fucking murdered him. They fucking murdered Bruce Campbell's character. That made me so pissed off in the theater. I was like, you can't do that. You can't have Bruce Campbell in your fucking Cars movie and then kill him. Like, I didn't even think fucking people got killed. Like, cars got killed in these movies. Like, what the fuck was... It felt like, okay... Let's have our first car that gets killed be Bruce Campbell. Like, fuck you. Don't do that. Hate that. Hate that shit. They did a TV movie, Trucks? I don't think that had anything to do with the story, Trucks, that Stephen King did. It's better than his role in... Well, I mean, at least Bruce Campbell got a role in a Pixar movie. That's kind of neat. That is kind of neat. I wish Sam Raimi did more stuff with Bruce Campbell. Like, it's sort of sad. Like, he's sort of stuck in just cameo appearances. I'd like to see another big Sam Raimi project with Bruce Campbell in it. That's for sure. Ah, boy. Thinking about doing a gaming channel? Maybe not. I'll keep gaming to this channel. And what I plan to do is I'll hide some of the game streams so they don't clog up my channel, and I'll just put them up for patrons on my Patreon to see later, but I don't plan on having another channel. I don't want to dilute things too much, because it's not like I have a ton of subscribers. Like, I don't want to, like, have to build up a new audience on a second channel. Like, if I had, like, a few hundred thousand subscribers, I'd look into another channel for sure, but I don't want to have to build up a new audience anytime soon. Hey, opinion on the 13th Ghost Scooby-Doo movie coming out on Tuesday? I think I might actually check it out, because I was always disappointed that they never resolved that storyline back in the day. Like, they never found the 13th ghost. They never finished it, which was fucked up. And really sad. And it's weird that they had, like, a finite number of ghosts for their Scooby-Doo series. Like, what would they do if they got the 13th ghost and they were just in the middle of the second season? Like, what would they have fucking done? Would they have just been like, there's actually, like, 13 more ghosts of Scooby-Doo? Oh, God, that would be so fucking shitty. So I'm glad that they're finally making a movie and just finishing that shit. That's nice. And it's nice that they kind of do that, like, because there's only so many, like, it's nice that they could start doing, like weird, sort of specific fan movies now, like, just, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, because they've made so many animated Scooby-Doo movies, they might as well start catering them to, like, longtime fans who are like, we want to see what happened with the 13th Ghost. Apparently, a future, I think maybe later this year, they're coming out with with a Zombie Island sequel, apparently, called Return to Zombie Island. I don't know if that's just a rumor or something, but it seems like it would be kind of interesting. I mean, I looked it up, and somebody had Return to Zombie Island on their LinkedIn profile. Like, an animator had that on their LinkedIn profile, so I think that seems to be official confirmation that that project is in the works. That would be really cool. I don't know what they would do. I guess they would just revisit the zombies on Zombie Island and say, hey guys, you guys were nice guys. You guys weren't the bad guys. The bad guys were actually those cat bitches, I guess. I don't know what else they would do on Zombie Island, but I'd look forward to it. Hope you keep going the animated look. Probably not in main videos, but definitely in these, like, little streams. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. And it seems to be working okay. And I haven't had any lag at all, so that's nice. That is pretty nice. Zombie Island gave you nightmares as a kid. LOL. And now I'm here. Well, yeah, Zombie Island was really intense, actually. It was the first ever direct-to-video Scooby-Doo animated movie that was made, I think. Yeah, it was the first directed, because all the other ones that were made before it were made for TV. Like Reluctant Werewolf and Ghoul School, they were made for TV. This was the first, Zombie Island was the first ever direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movie, so I guess they decided they wanted to go much more intense and scary, and maybe even appeal to older fans of the series, too. Like, it was a pretty good movie, like, really good. I need to rewatch it sometimes, and maybe even actually review it, because it's kind of pretty, it's honestly really one of the closest things to a horror movie that Scooby-Doo's done. Like, it's pretty intense and scary for what it is. Like, yeah, really intense. Like, they were like, setting up, like, yeah, these settlers were killed by pirates and shit. Like, just really fucked up shit. Like, damn. It was very dark for a Scooby-Doo project, that's for sure. Goulash exposed your K-pop and Limp Bizkit collection. If he did, he's dead. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, Chris. Friday the 13th is the best. I like it. I don't know if it's the best, but I like it. I enjoy a good Friday the 13th movie. Review Bubba Hotep, says Joe Williams. Yeah, I might just do that. It's a fun little horror comedy. I enjoy it. Bruce Campbell's performance as Elvis is probably the best performance of Elvis we're ever gonna get. Ozzie Davis was also really good in it as JF Kennedy. Just really great performances all around. Some of it is a little, it's a little too cheap here and there, and it has sort of this made-for-TV vibe to the production here and there, where it's, but it's still a great horror comedy though. I have Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island on DVD. Wow! I'm coming to your house, Ice Cat 9. I need to start mentioning the names of people's comments. I need to start doing that a bit more. Just to give a little bit more context that I'm reading a comment. Probably should do that. I like tilting my head. It's really fun. Also blinking. Come on, blink. Yeah, there we go, blinking. Doc, please review movies from Dark Castle Entertainment. I have never heard of Dark Castle Entertainment. At first I thought you were saying Castle Rock Entertainment. They did Seinfeld. Whoever did your artwork is goddamn God. That's for sure. It's 8 the Rude on Twitter. Follow them on Twitter. Really talented artist. The best artist around. Hey Doc, what is the scariest movie you ever saw? The scariest movie I ever saw. I usually don't think about things, horror movies, in terms of whether they scare me. I just think of them, that was fucking good, but I guess being scary is pretty damn important. Like, actually being fucking scared of the shit happening in the movie. Let me think. What was a horror movie that I saw, I was just like, holy shit, no! That's too scary. I don't want to see that. It's hard to say. I feel like I'm so desensitized at this point. I don't really think about scariness that much, honestly, because I've watched so many horror movies, but it's such an important part of horror movies, honestly. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. Ghoulies 2. That was really fucking scary. Especially when the ghoulie came out of the toilet. Really fucking scary. I really enjoyed it. But it was a little too scary, though. A little too scary. Army of Darkness? Well, Bear, that was kind of a vague comment. I guess you were asking me to review it. Maybe sometime soon. Do I still have the Jason bust? I do. I do indeed. I proudly display that Jason bust in my domain. The Wolfula. It was designed by Kent Mullins. I think his okay, so if you want like a bust like that, I think his it was done by Kent Mullins, and I think his mask, or his effects were okay, I don't know what you would call, I guess like a mask business is called, I think, Black Hat Studios. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I believe so. It's been a while. Seed of Chucky was weird. I agree with the Agent Noodle. It was a little too goofy. It was a little too self-referential and goofy. Not my favorite. Not my favorite sequel. Maybe the worst sequel. Yeah, I think it's safe to say it's the worst sequel. Well, then again, maybe definitely the worst theatrically released sequel. That's for sure. When Shaggy released 50%, that was scary. Oh boy, yeah, that was a little too much, Shaggy. I don't know why you had to do that. Like, I prefer Shaggy at just his normal power levels in the TV show and the movies. Like, it's just a little too intense. A little too intense. Have you reviewed Victor Frankenstein, says Kyler Lee. I have not. Well, if you're curious about what I've reviewed or not, you could just go to the search section on my channel and find out. But I haven't reviewed that. A lot of people will ask me, have you reviewed this or that? Just search for it first before asking me if I've reviewed it. Like, come on. Using Google isn't that hard, is it? I haven't used Google in decades, but I don't think it's that hard to use. I think it's pretty easy. The Keep. Have you seen it? Read the book? It's as good as the movie. Okay. It's as good as the movie is bad. Well, okay. No, I have not seen The Keep, Weary Channel. I haven't even read The Keep. I did play a video game on the 3DS named The Keep, so there's that. But I haven't seen a movie called The Keep. Dylan the Night Owl says, what's your favorite video you've made, Doc? Probably the Scooby-Doo review. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. I really had a good time with that. I really got a little too into it, but still, I really liked it. I really liked it quite a bit. Let's see, what else are people saying in the chat? If you can redo the first 2 movies you ever reviewed, what rating would you give them now? Oh yeah, I didn't really start the rating system I do now until a few vids in. I think I'll save that for if I ever re-review them, because there's some really shitty videos early on. Really, really shitty videos. That's for sure. Let me think. Well, I'll have to think about it. I need to basically just go through this whole process to really get the ratings. I just need to go through a whole process to get the ratings made. It's not as simple as I just think about it. I have to use a special machine designed to rate the movies. And it's never wrong. It's never wrong. I can't just do it off the top of my head. It's a very complex process. Where is Goulash? Oh, well, he's in the basement. He's in the basement. And fuck him, too. Fuck him. He doesn't need to come out of that basement anytime soon. He can stay in that basement. He's not coming out until he makes, at least 50 gulags. Come on. Need some content. Need some fucking content. I just need that content. That's all that I need. Have you seen this movie called Raw? Says Orc at War 98. It was a cannibal horror movie. I haven't seen it. I feel like I might be familiar with it. I have not seen it at all. Darcy Yates says, what is your favorite Stephen King movie and or book? I really like Shawshank Redemption, but that's not really a... That's probably my favorite movie. That's not really a horror movie. That's not really what he's best known for. My favorite book by Stephen King was The Stand, but that is also not really a horror. It's got some horror elements here and there. It's a big fucking book, that's for sure. Not really horror, not really straight horror. Well, horror-wise, I guess let me think of I guess maybe The Shining's the best horror movie that's ever been done of Stephen King. It's a little controversial as far as how well it adapted the original book, but I enjoyed it. It's a classic movie by Kubrick. Like, it's got some flaws. Like, I feel like one of the biggest flaws is that they really kind of just focus on Jack Nicholson's character, and like his family just kind of gets lost in the shuffle because like Jack Nicholson is just a really big deal, so you don't really get to spend the right amount of time to develop Danny and Shelley Duvall's character Wendy. Like you don't get that time, unfortunately. Like it's mostly just Jack like being all scary and shit, and he's really good in that movie. Just unfortunate that they didn't really give the other characters enough attention, because they really could have used that attention. Thoughts on the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, says Isaiah the Vargas 1117. I really love the Treehouse, like the classic Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. I have not seen any recent Simpsons classic, like recent Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes. I have not. They seem to get really shitty every year. Like the last one I think I might have vaguely seen was they did an Avatar parody, which is not horror at all. Like, that's not horror. Like, they started doing shit that wasn't even horror. Like, it sucks. Like, current Simpsons, they need to cut it out. I mean, I admit, I've seen, like, a few recent Simpsons episodes that were pretty okay. But, for the most part, it's just dead. It's like, just let the Simpsons die, please. Or bring it back, or, like, bring a new creative team or something. Like, they've had the same, like, creative, like, executive there for the last 20 years, and he's not been working out. Like, he's not been working out. Like, they need to have somebody else in charge of shit there. Please. I just want some decent Simpsons, or just let it die, please. That's all that I want. Alrighty, let's see. The Keep was made in the 80s, based on a great book series, but it was hilariously poorly done. Right up Wolf Alley, says Weary Candle. Well, I might check that out. Do you like the good horror or bad B horror better? I mean, ideally, I like good horror movies better, but B horror is what pays the bills on this channel. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Well, now I can go to sleep. Night. Isaiah the Vargas, good night, I guess. What's one of your favorite kills in a movie? Let me think. Favorite kill in a movie. There's a lot of kills popping up in my mind, but they're not necessarily all that great. I always just first think of, the dude who was wearing Nikes in Friday the 13th Part 3 as product placement, I guess, and he gets his head crushed by Jason, and his eyeball pops out. That was pretty cool. It's not really a very well-done effect, but it's what I think of first, I guess. Let's see. Jason's sleeping bag. Yeah, that was a pretty cool quick kill in Friday the 13th Part 7, Joe Williams. Pretty cool kill. I kind of wish, like, they kind of cut, like, originally Kane Hodder, like, continuously whacked that chick in the sleeping bag's head against a tree, like, over and over again. But they decided in editing that Jason would be strong enough to kill that person in one go, so it wouldn't really be all that... It wouldn't be all that believable if he would continuously whack her head on a tree. But it still would have been cool to see, like, him just doing it over and over again, like, just overkill. Like, come on. They didn't need to cut it out. I think you could see the full scene in one of the Friday the 13th DVDs, though, if you want to see that full kill. Honestly, I love the okay, so some people are like spamming like emojis in the chat, but if you spam emojis, if you do any kind of spam, they'll automatically get flagged, and I won't see them. Like, they'll become transparent and shit. So don't spam shit. Don't spam the chat if you, because they'll obviously spam emojis because they want to try to get my attention, but it doesn't really work because they don't actually show up. Like, YouTube automatically blocks the spam. So you probably don't do that if you want me to read your question. Like, don't do that, because it's not gonna work, unfortunately, for you guys. Ain't gonna work. Do you have any of the Nika Ultimate Horror characters? I don't really collect horror merchandise all that much. I don't really collect toys. Like, I'm not a toy guy. I'm not that kind of guy. I like to be minimalistic, you know? I like to be nice and minimalistic. I mean, the Wolfula is pretty cluttered, but that's part of the charm, you know? But I don't collect toys. Nothing wrong with that, though. I just don't collect them. Throw the ham on a frying pan like spam. Okay, well, that's a great comment to read, Orchid War 98. Okay, any love doll? James Gleason, get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter, sir. Okay, any masks? I don't really collect masks either. Don't do that at all either. But apparently that's a big video business, though. Apparently. Will you review the Universal Will I ever review the Universal Monsters, says Mr. Pickles TV Productions. Yeah, I want to. I'm a big fan of, especially the Frankenstein movies. I'd like to. Just never got around to it. But I think if I ever did it, I want it to be like a little month-long event. Maybe in March. Maybe that'd be kind of neat. I don't know. I've always wanted to try to do, like, more month-long events that, cover, like, a specific topic, like, in detail. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe once I'm caught up in all the stuff I want to do, I'll do more shit like that. It'd be kind of fun. Also, what are your thoughts on Hammer Horror? I don't know. It seems to be, like, pretty much British Universal Monsters, but with a lot more violence. And that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good time. Though they don't hold a candle to Universal Monsters, though, in my mind, but still pretty cool. Christopher Lee's performances are really good in those movies. Okay, let me see if I can catch up with these comments over here. Let's see. What is being said? Are you 420 friendly? I mean, not totally. I mean, that was Hitler's birthday, so that's not the best thing, but, you know, if you smoke them if you got them. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. What else are people saying? Let's see. Have you ever done improv comedy in front of living people? Not just not just behind the ghoulish screen, says Weary Cannibal. No, I'm not really a comedian. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't make anybody laugh. I'm very serious. Very, very, very serious. Let's see. What are my favorite horror novels? Let's see. I mostly just read Harry Potter. Okay, no, not really, but, let me think. What? I always blank when I get these kinds of questions. Because honestly, Stephen King stuff, I mostly just read, I don't really read a lot of horror literature. I mostly just, the Stephen King books I mostly read and enjoyed were, like, the non-horror stuff, surprisingly, like The Stand and Rage and shit like that. But, I did enjoy The Shining. That was a good book. I did enjoy Salem's Lot, too. But a lot of my favorite Stephen King stuff was not even horror, really. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of better when he does stuff like The Dark Tower and stuff. Like, I don't know. I kind of just like to see horror happen. Like, I feel like it's much better in a visual medium, because the problem with horror in literature is a lot of times they'll just spend a lot of time explaining shit, especially Stephen King, like, stuff that should probably be ambiguous. Like, they'll say, like, in It, they'll say, yes, well, the Pennywise the Clown is actually this interdimensional alien spider creature thing from space, and it has something to do with the Dark Tower and stuff. They'll give you way too much information. It's just not necessary. Like, keep it a bit more ambiguous. Like, come on. That's part of the fun of horror movies, is that it's a visual medium, so there's not going to be a lot of situations where you're explaining shit. Like, it's kept vague for the most part, and I feel like it's a bit more effective. How's the weather in the Wolfula air? Hope you're not freezing your fur off. Well, don't worry. It's pretty warm now. It's warming up quite a bit. It's apparently super cold though. Are you gay and or stupid? Says Heinrich Himmler. Well, that's not a nice question. I'm neither, but that's not a nice question to ask someone. It's kind of rude. It's kind of rude, sir. Goulash do crack or meth? Says Joe Williams. I hope he's not doing either, because I'm supposed to sell that shit. Seriously, don't touch my stash, Goulash. Don't touch it. It's for selling, not for using. That's for the customers, sir. It's for the customers. Yeah. Will I ever review The Grudge with spooky emojis? Be careful with those emojis, Matthew Smith. Maybe. I don't know, the adaptations of Asian movies. I'd kind of want to also cover the Asian movie, but double reviews are always a bit of a pain in the ass to do, so, we'll see. We will see. Please say Zoink Scoob. Like Zoink Scoob! Okay, there you go. Have you... what am I, fucking Matthew Lillard or something? Like, why are you asking me to say that? But I suddenly feel really powerful after saying that, though. That's for sure. What music do I listen to? Doc, says Lil Walmart. Well, I listen to, it's kind of all over the place. Just listen to my, Spooko Juke. My Spooko Juke on Spotify or YouTube. I think there's a link, at least, there's a video that has, like, links to it, so maybe check that out. The, last October prologue has, like, links to it, so if you're curious about what kind of music I listen to, check that out. Also, I guess there's a playlist here on YouTube, so you can just check that out, too. Okay, let's see. The Army is here, says the Hank Pool Network. I don't know what that means, but it kind of intimidates me, sir. The Army is here, wow. Down Syndrome Turtle says, have you met any wizards? Well, I've dabbled in wizardry quite a bit, so I guess I count as that. Dabbled quite a little bit in wizardry. It's a little, it's honestly just witchcraft, but, you know, no dude wants to be called a witch. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool, so they call themselves wizards. But that sounds kind of lame. It sounds kind of nerdy. It's a fucking wizard. Ah. There's no winning. Alrighty, let's see. You're not a comedian, but you're talking shit. Wait, what is... Okay, what is Amweir Solo trying to say? You're not a comedian, but you're talking shit. Warm Believe Land says pretty funny. I don't know what that... Some of the comments, I don't know what they mean. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Wow. Wizards are lame. Vampires are where it's at, says Alan Young. Damn straight. Damn straight. Thoughts on Scream? Well, I made a review of Scream, but I still need to see Scream 4. I've never seen Scream 4, but I've seen the trilogy. But it looks like I also never saw any of the TV show past the first episode. Probably for good reason. Probably. Alright, what happened to Ben Tramer, asked Brad. He fucking blew up. He fucking blew up. But I guess in the current timeline, he's probably still alive. Probably lived a happy life, but it'd be funny if he still ended up getting blown up even in the new timeline. Like, he still got run over by a dude and got blown up. That'd be pretty funny. Like, just completely unrelated to Michael Myers. Ben Tramer's, the way they handled Ben Tramer in Halloween 2 was, honestly pretty stupid. It was really dumb. Like, just it's hard to really accept the fact that this random dude that was connected to Laurie, dressed like Michael Myers, just almost exactly like Michael Myers, just like a slightly different colored outfit, but, like, what? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, really weird writing right there, John Carpenter. Really weird writing. Hard to really accept that. Like, I feel like horror fans are it's a little easier for them to accept, like, weird, like, shit like that, and they're like Halloween 2 is flawed. It has flaws. It's not perfect. I enjoy it, but I'm a bit critical of it. Like, I feel like they could have done better with a Halloween sequel. I feel like they could have gone in a more interesting direction than what they ended up doing. And it just has like a lot of weird shit. And also, like, Laurie's just like in a coma for most of the movie, just sleeping. Just like they should have had a time gap. Like, I don't really like the fact that they had it take place on the same night. It wasn't necessary. Like, just have like a time gap. Come on. Just wasn't all that necessary. I would have liked to see Laurie not in bed for most of the movie and, like, explore her character more, explore Dr. Loomis more. Like, it would have been nice. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to hate or anything. I just feel like it could have been handled a little better. That's all I'm saying. Okay, favorite anime as Stay Cool Space Monkey. Fully Cooley. That's my favorite anime. There you go. Also, Paranoia Agent is pretty good. Pretty damn good. A nice little spooky anime. But I think it was by Satoshi Kon, who passed away, I think. Pretty sure. Alrighty. Let's see. What are people saying? I think I might wind down this live chat. I think this has been a very effective test of this system. I think it works okay. It works okay, right, guys in the chat? It works okay, right? Just let me know if this works okay for you guys, if you guys are interested in this. I think I might add, like, background music to this to make it a bit more lively. But I think that's all I really need to add. Let's see. Thoughts on the new Child's Play? I feel like it's not necessarily, but I'd be interested to see, I guess, a new take on Child's Play, because I don't know, we've only seen Don Mancini, or however the fuck you pronounce his last name, do Child's Play, like, write these movies. It'd be nice to see what somebody else could do. Maybe they could do a better job than him, maybe. But so far, it doesn't look all that impressive or scary or anything, but we'll see. Yeah, it's good to know that this system actually works okay. It worked pretty okay, and there was no lag or anything. I messed with my settings. It should work a little bit better. I'll probably add background music, though, just to make it a little bit nicer. Public domain background music, though, so I hopefully don't get in trouble. But just, just to add a bit more liveliness to the chat. Make it a little bit more fun. Fun to listen to, because there's going to be some spaces where I'm not talking. Okay, let me read some comments. Your thoughts on RE2? I haven't actually played any of the Resident Evil I almost said movies. Games, I mean. Haven't played any of the Resident Evil games besides the one on 3DS. Resident Evil Revelations, I think is what that one was called. I don't know. I played a bit of that, but I have not played the games all that heavily. I'm not really actually a horror game guy, mostly. Mostly play RPGs and platformers and just Nintendo shit, stuff like that. Not really a horror game guy all that much. I'd like to get more into horror games for the channel, though, that's for sure. I need to play Outlast. I've been meaning to do a new live stream of games. I need to get back into streaming games, that's for sure. Do I like Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Okay, well, I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games either. That's for sure. Opinions on Halloween 2018? Well, I mean, I have a review of it. I mean, I might do another review of it that's a bit more in-depth, but I watched it again for a commentary on my Patreon, and I enjoyed it a second time, but then again, I had to talk the whole time, so that wasn't so fun, but I enjoyed it the second time. I'll have to watch it again, though, just to watch it. To really, I guess, take it in and see if I enjoyed it. But I feel like a lot of the issues I had with it were, when I actually had to think about them during the commentary, like, they kind of made a bit more sense. Like, why they did certain things that I didn't really enjoy all that much. Like, it made a bit more sense to me, like, from a creative standpoint, like, it made a bit more sense. I was a bit more, it just made more sense, like, some of the things. I'll have to watch it again and I guess maybe give my final thoughts, I guess, outside the theater. What kind of doctor am I? A witch doctor? I get that comment, I get that question all the time, and I'm tired of it. I'm just Dr. Wolfula, that's all you need to know. I got to ask that question at the beginning, too, I think. I think so, that's like the most obvious question. It's like up there with, what's your favorite horror movie? And that question always blows my mind. Like, that's an amazing question. I love that question. What's my favorite horror movie? It's like I'm being asked by Ghostface, like I'm Drew Barrymore in, like, making some popcorn, and somebody is calling me on the phone, like, saying, what's your favorite horror movie? Like, damn, I'm tired of being asked that question. Damn it. Damn it. Alrighty. In Scotland, says Agent Noodle. Wow. I have some European fans, apparently. That's kind of neat. That is kind of neat. It's all about what I think says, I love you. I love you too. I don't know who you are, but it's good to know that you love me. And if you love me, I love you as well. I've been blinking this whole time, have I? Like, I'm blinking now. Hopefully the blinking has been working. I'm very self-conscious about my appearance. Hopefully I've been managing to give the appearance that I am this being that I'm projecting. You couldn't actually comprehend what I truly am, though. What do I think of that Sid guy, says Mr. Pickles TV Productions. I don't really want to tell tales out of school, but that guy's a real fucking asshole. That guy's a real fucking asshole. And I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. Will I ever do a review of Cannibal Man? I've never heard of that movie. At first I thought you said Cannonball Run, and I'd be like, yeah, I'd do a Cannonball Run review. Damn straight I would. Holy shit, yeah. Is Sid goulash before the accident? Let's not get into any fucking lore shit or anything like that. He's a real fucking asshole. They kind of look the same, I have to admit. What's crackin', Doc? I've never heard what's crackin' before. What's crack-a-lackin'? That's something that they'd say a lot in, like, shitty mid-2000s CGI animated movies. What's crack-a-lackin'? To show that a cartoon animal is really funny and quirky and stuff. What's crack-a-lackin'? Okay. Will I review Netflix's Buzzsaw? Batman Wayne says. Are you talking about the Velvet Buzzsaw? I think, has that come out yet? It looked pretty interesting. I might do a video on it. It looked pretty interesting. It was by the guy who did Nightcrawler, and I really like that movie. Has Jake Gyllenhaal in it too, and he's always good. He's always pretty good. I enjoy him. I don't really enjoy Maggie Gyllenhaal that much though. Not as big of a fan of Maggie Gyllenhaal. Good night, Ninja Assassin. Bye-bye. I think I'm gonna call it a night, too. I think I did enough testing of this system. Oh, well, fuck you, Bugs Bucky. That's not even how you spell Bugs Bunny. Well, fuck you. You hate me? How dare you? How dare you? Fuck you. Okay, well, what about Donnie Darko? I like Donnie Darko. Kind of wasn't a huge fan of the director's cut, but it was okay. It had at least lore stuff that explains shit a bit more better, but it wasn't the best experience to watch as a movie, but... Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna head out. It was enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed talking to you all. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I'll do this again sometime. I'll try to have some background music, too, to make it a little bit more lively, but I'll try to have this, have another one of these scheduled soon. I'll just chat with you guys. Just a little chit-chat. Just a chat show. Just chatting with my audience. Alright, bye, everybody. I'm going to stop streaming. Hope you enjoyed this, live Q&A stream. Bye, everybody.